Hi and Jambo, welcome back to the channel. Are you a parent with a child who is getting ready for kindergarten or even first grade? Are you wondering exactly what to expect and how to prepare your child for kindergarten? If you're like me, you know for sure that kindergarten is everything. It is really the introduction to that child to the life of school. Hi, my name is Margaret Jeroge, and I have been an early childhood educator for many years. And I wish I knew when I was raising my children things which I know are more important. We will talk about how you can get prepared and how you can prepare your child for kindergarten. Most of the time, we focus on academics, meaning math, writing, whether the child can be able to read. And while those things are important, but there is something which is usually overlooked many times, and to me, it is socio-emotional. I want you to imagine that day when you prepare your child and you have your backpack ready, bottle ready, shoes ready, uniform ready, you have prepared your child to go to school. I want you to think for a moment with me. What happens when that door closes? See your child lining up, waving to you bye. Of course, hoping for the best. That is a foreign place the child has never been. Most probably, your child has never been with those other children. Yes, most of the children come from maybe early childhood programs in pre-K, but still, kindergarten is a different space with different expectations. At least in that class, they had two teachers. Here, they're going to have one teacher, and with many children. Probably 17, 20, 25, depending on where you live. It is important to prepare that child to be able to live in a community. Can they be able to coexist? Number two, will they be able to make friends? Are they able to communicate to other students like them, to make friends, to advocate for themselves, to enter in a play and to leave a play, to get along with others, to ask for space, to express themselves and their needs to the teachers? If a child knows how to read and they know math, but they cannot be able to get along with others, you and I know exactly what happens. The next thing to ask, do they know how to share the toys? And sharing, I have to put it in quotes, because do they know the equipment they are using are communal? Do they know that those markers will be used by many? If it is a space, do they know that another students might be wanting that space? Do they know how to negotiate about the space, about the equipment? Do they know how to take turns? Do they have to ask for a turn? Do they know when to leave a play? And do they know when to come in a play? This is a big one. Do they know how to ask for permission? Or they wait for the teacher to know what to do next? Do they know how to self-regulate? The other thing is the child is able to follow directions, at least without prompt, because some of these things, as much as the teacher is supposed to explain the routine to the child at least needs to have an idea of what that means. When the teacher says line up, it's not time to negotiate because they might be transitioning to another class, maybe in the hallway. Can they be able to line up? If they can't, it is going to be very challenging for them because most of the time they will feel directed. They feel they don't have the autonomy to do things the way they were used to doing. The other thing is, can they be able to sit down and do their work? Because it is a different requirement, different space, different expectation in that classroom, or they will have to be reminded. Can they be able to do that independently without a reminder during that time that is designated for that work? Can they be able to do that without prompts? Can they be able to organize their own things? For example, the pens, the homework, the books. Do they know how to take care of themselves? Remember, they just came from pre-K. Of course, more naturally, this is a different expectation. Children are expected to do a little bit more. For example, self-help. What I'm trying to say, it is so critical that you prepare your child to be able to coexist in a community where the expectations are different from what they have experienced. Ask yourself as parent or caregiver, is your child ready? Are they happy to go to kindergarten? Are they excited For example, drop off and without tears, do they have secure attachment? And what can you do if your child does not have that secure attachment? For example, if your child is still dropped off at pre-K and they still are sad, that is something to sit down and you figure out as a parent to know exactly how to prepare your child. Let the child know this will be happening. Do a dry run. You can actually start preparing the child for that move because it is a big move. And remember, we said in this video that transitions are some of the great things that children will go through, but at least we can prepare our children to get there. Easier that they feel included to be prepared. So one of the things you can do is the dry run. Sit down and figure out, is your child prepared for academics? Are they organized? How can I help them to be organized? Ask yourself, can my child be able to get along with others? If not, this is a time to have your friends or the cousins to have play dates. Invite them in your house to see how your child is. Coach your child on how to get by and how to get along with the other friends. That way, when they meet in such a space, they will be able to transfer that knowledge and that experience to the classroom environment. When you know where your child is going, it's good to go there and meet the child teacher. At least these days there is a Zoom. The child can get familiar with the teacher before they begin. When it is curriculum night or when it is open house, take your child there. Let the child tell you what it is that they do in the classroom so that at least the child will feel that you are a part of what it is that they are learning in school. During the first day or the first week, when they come to you excited, keep excited. Let me know what has worked for your child, what it is that you did to prepare your child for kindergarten, for a smooth transition between pre-K and kindergarten. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.